So let's log into Orion via the RStudio web server. So first of all, start a web browser. Anything will do, I think. I use the Google Chrome, and but I think any web server will web client, I mean, will work. Then look up this web address here. I have bookmarked it, as you can see. This is the one I have listed in the module document. And you should bookmark this as well, because this is sort of the entrance to Orion via RStudio, the RStudio server. It's not RStudio on your local computer. This is a web solution, right? So here you will see there are two tabs, and you should click on the Advanced tab. And the partition here, you have to change from RStudio to bin 310, because we have a separate partition that we use only in bin 310. So only you as registered students in bin 310 has access to this, no one else. Only students and teachers of this course. Yeah. The number of CPUs, we typically never use more than one when we run RStudio, because it's not, we will not do heavy computations, and it will not use multi-threading at all. So leave this for one always. Then memory, and here you can choose. I think I will use 10 gigabytes of memory here, so I can have a little bit biggish data structures in R. We may increase this at times, but in general, I don't think we need more than 10, and we never need 10 even. But you can see you can choose up to 371 gigabyte here. But remember, we all share this. So if all of us log in at the same time, we cannot use 10, because we are 60 people, right? So don't use more memory than you really have to, and I think 10 is more than enough. GPUs we don't use at all in RStudio, and here is the wall time, as we say it. How long should this session last? And here I said 1 hour. Yeah, it will be killed after 1 hour, but that's not really critical, because then you can just restart again, right? So it's just to make sure that if you finish and log out and go from here, this will be killed sometime, right? Otherwise it will keep on running and taking up resources for other people. So I think 1 or 2 hours is typically what we need. You may sometimes use more than 2 hours, of course. If you have a whole day you are going to work only on this, you can 6-8 hours. There is no limitation here. But okay. Then we have to scroll down. Here you can leave as it is. Down here, reservation. Here you have to type bin 310. And in extra options, you type this -- account equals bin 310 with small lowercase letters. This is also specified in the module document. So 3 places, right? The partition, reservation, and account. All of them must be correctly specified. And then you just click on start here. And now it may take some time before your server is started. And this depends, of course, on how many other people are working on this at the same time and how much memory you asked for. So this can easily take some time, but usually it shouldn't take more than like some seconds or a minute or something like that. And now you can see it was successful. And then we are here at Jupyter Hub. And You can see there is one sort of RStudio button here that we should press now in order to start RStudio. We can start R without RStudio, and we can use VS Code, and we can use Python here, right? There are many options here, but we will only use this one in Bin 310. So let's click on this one now, and then you can see a new tab is opened here. And inside here, RStudio will now appear. And it looks actually quite the same as it looks on your local computer. It takes some time because there is some communication over the internet. This window here, if it appears, just click OK, and it has to do with your previous R session. This, of course, will not be seen the first time you log in. And of course, I have some old stuff here, which is from my previous session. It will remember that. That's why I got that message. And of course, in your case, you will be logged into your home folder here immediately. And the home folder will be quite empty in your case now, I suppose. My home folder is not at all empty, as you can see, because this is many years old, this home folder. But this is how RStudio looks like, and you can recognize it. It has this, if I open a new R script here, this is the editor, right? The editor window where you write your code and so on. Here is the console window where you get input output, the files window, and the environment. So this you can arrange now in exactly the same way as you have on your own local computer. You can go here into the tools and global options and configure this in the same way. But now we are actually inside Orion. We are actually working on the computing node inside the Orion computing cluster here now, but it works and behaves very similar to what you are used to RStudio in your own local computer. So it's not a big difference really. And now we have two ways of entering Orion, right? The terminal that we did already in module 1, and now also the RStudio here. Okay,